Welcome back to XboxCorner, my name is Alex, and today we're taking a look at the best digital deals covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now this week it's a great week because simply every single deal it's at a new all-time low price. That is always a good thing. So hit subscribe, join our growing Xbox family, and let's get started. So first up for the week then, Ghostrunner, it's rocking 60% off a new all-time low price, and this one, it's a first-person cyberpunk-styled hack-and-slash experience. Think a whole lot of like free-running, slow motion, and a ton of enemies to take out. Not an easy game this one, that is for sure, and it will absolutely test your patience, but the world here, it's just incredibly unique. The combat then is solid, and just come in expecting a whole lot of like one-hit kills, where it almost resembles at times a puzzle game in the sense the controls are solid, the challenge actually lies in figuring out the best path to take to victory. Hopefully though this one gets a sequel in the future because I had an absolute blast. Next up then, Far Lone Sails. I love this game and recently a sequel was announced to be on the way. It's an adventure game though, this one. It's set around a land ship vehicle and you're simply piloting it across this barren landscape. It's not a 3D adventure though where you're controlling the ship as such, rather 2D, and you'll be operating minor mechanics inside and leaving it every so often just to kind of stock up and get past barriers. It's a game all about the journey and it is incredible stuff. The only warning, it is also super short, so pick this one up if you're a fan of something with a slower pace that's going to give you, maybe 2 to 3 hours of adventure rather than something epic. Then it's also rocking 60% off a new low price. Alright, so Aerial Knights never yield, and while I didn't think it was perfect, I had fun with it, and it's one for fans of auto runners out there. You'll find yourself here on the run from some sort of shady organisation. The issue with this one, the story, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense honestly, and it could have done with a little more because the world and the characters contained, they are absolutely unique, that is for sure. With a very cool free running vibe though and cel shaded style, it's still a good time, and it has one of the best soundtracks I've heard this far in 2021, which I'd say check it out here on YouTube or on Spotify even if you don't pick up the game. A new low price though with 20% off. Mundaun then, and we're getting weird with this first-person horror experience. Now the idea, you're looking to uncover the truth behind this location where all sorts of weirdness is going down. To do that, you're ascending what is a mountain. Now along the way, expect elements of survival, minor combat, though honestly you're better off just like running, and then it's all packaged with this incredible, almost black and white visual style that is hand-drawn. It's something special to look at, and overall it's just unique for horror fans out there. It's creepy as hell as well, and yeah, a new low price with 25% off. If you want something a little bit more chill then check out Minute of Island. This is one I played recently. I was seriously impressed. It's a narrative puzzle platformer. The first thing that hooked me was the cartoon-like visual style it was rocking. Think though a whole lot of environmental based puzzles, and you'll play as Mo. You're out to restore what is ancient machinery. They're called the Hidden Engines. Decent drop price then for a new game with a new all-time low at 25% off. Alright, so Panzer Dragoon Remake. This was a controversial release, this one. Some loved it, others hated it. I loved it, and since release, they've patched it a fair bit now, and I do think it's a closer representation of the original game. As remakes go though, I think it's clear how much they care with the locations, the design, the cutscenes. They're near identical to that original release. The story still doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me honestly, heading to a tower, all sorts of stuff going on there, but the gameplay is addictive and it's an on-rails shooter. The only warning with this one, it is again a short game. You can realistically wrap it up in like 90 minutes with a bit of practice. This one though, it's all about replaying it, chasing those high scores, and I find that personally addictive. Space fans, a must-play is Everspace. As space exploration sims go, this for me is the best of them all. It was free back at the beginning of 2020 thanks to gold, but this is now the lowest price we've ever seen outside of that, with a huge 85% off, and you're getting a ton of game here for your cash. It has DLC content too, but I promise you, get stuck into this base version of the game and you'll be happy to part with more of your cash after. Think action space shooter though, but then it has roguelike elements as well, and it's hard as hell at points. Also, there's just this huge universe to explore and characters to meet, and it looks stunning as well. Into the final 3 games of the week then, we're starting with Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. This is a Series S and X focused release. It contains extra content, a new character, but then it's near perfectly optimized as well. Now as always, we're out of course taking down demons, but this is some of the best hack and slash action out there. Then this build, it's rocking a ton of options around the visuals, whether you want to, prioritize that image quality, maybe you want to lean into frame rate a little bit more. I'm always a big fan of this approach. It's really good to see. It's rocking 25% off. It's one I grabbed at launch physically, and I absolutely do not regret it. Our penultimate game of the week then, that is the incredible Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 cross-gen bundle. Now if you have no need for that Series X upgrade, grab the base release, that's also on sale. It's going to save you right around $10, but the visual improvement alongside the huge frame rate bump up, it makes it more than worth it. And this is a stunning tribute to what are 2 incredible games, packing in of course all the levels and content, and then they've updated the roster as well and the soundtrack. It's lost none of its charm, and hopefully this leads to even more Tony Hawk rebuilds or even a new entry in the future in this style. That is for sure my preferred option. It's a new low price though, with 40% off. Our final game of the week then, that is F1 2021, and this one, it's another masterpiece entry from Codemasters. Not only does it look incredible, but it's even better when you throw in the free next gen upgrade. I've always adored this series, and this one, it continues to fine tune the controls. It is the most accessible entry in years for beginners, thanks to a ton of assist options that do help you out if you're kind of learning the ropes. I also don't feel like those assists take away from the experience. Then it's even packing a story mode, which is kind of tame stuff honestly, but I surprisingly really enjoyed it. It's kind of cheesy, but it's definitely fun. It was easy to get behind the characters. A new low price then, with 25% off. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week? Without that luck, hit subscribe, join our growing Xbox family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.